Hello, welcome to the Cover 2 podcast.
Cover 3 podcast.
Cover 3. There's 3 of us now. Dropping the coverage, boys.
Right.
I'm Lewis.
Evan.
KT.
We have our guest Kenny here, newest member of our fantasy league that we talk about week after week. So we had him on here, a huge Cowboy fan. So what we do with all of our guests, even though you're our second one, is we kind of ask them about their story into how you became a Cowboy fan. So however far you got to go back, what originally made you a diehard Cowboy fan for however many years now?
So I always liked football growing up. It wasn't a huge staple in the house and everything. And then I met my best friend, and their whole family are diehard Cowboys fans. And I've watched them every Sunday since then, basically. And as excruciating as this sometimes, I am still a Cowboys fan and will be.
So how long has that been for now you've been a Cowboy fan?
Probably 15 years
15
at
years.
least.
So in the 15 years of watching them, who is your favorite all-time player?
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten.
Jason
I mean,
Witten,
come on.
good
You
pick.
can't go wrong with that. That's a good player.
Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer,
So
bro.
yeah, good story. It's so funny. I happen to work with his best friend he's talking about, and he literally goes to me. He goes, "If he doesn't talk about me when he talks about his favorite team, I'm gonna be mad." And I was like, I go, Kenny usually doesn't like to bring up anybody else. So
Imagine he's like, yeah, I've always been a Cowboys
Yeah.
fan. Just kind of
Born and raised,
Like-
honestly.
yeah.
just like the stars. I actually personally met Tony Romo. He
Yeah.
was like the man.
you met Tony Romo?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, I was saying, I thought him. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, he's my boy.
He's a dude.
Either way, good week to have a guest on. We have a lot of fun trivia for the end of the year. Obviously, we have playoffs coming up, so we're in much higher spirits now, knowing both of our teams are out. A lot of really fun matchups, even though last week kind of...
My team's been out for a minute.
well, all of our teams are out, and our
team's
team,
been
my
out for a
team
minute.
ended his team hopes, and then we just choked the rest of the year, so it was fun.
Yeah.
My team ended his draft pick. Hopes.
Yeah, dude.
How do you lose? They randomly... I mean, granted, we're not going to talk...
We're the worst at being the worst.
Yeah.
We can't even be
3
the worst.
years in a
yet.
row, you've done it.
It's yes, and
3
it's been
years in a
it's-
row, they've done
and
it.
it's way longer than that. Too. Right there, dude. It's 3 years in a row. We had 2 back-to-back 3-win seasons, and then let's pull out a 4-win season.
Right. I think the thing is that we don't talk about is like with a Cowboys fan and Lions fan, like we've talked about this before.
Super similar.
Is we have a lot of devastation, but it's in different ways. Like we have our years where it's like they're the best, they're the 1 seed. Like this is their year, and it's not necessarily the kind of devastation Louis has where it's like constant misery. It's more or less like
I think it's
Yeah.
worse. I think
you
it's
see,
worse.
that's arguable.
So because
go ahead.
listen, as Giants fans hope like goes up and down so quickly, and then all of a sudden it's okay, we're the Giants again. With the Cowboys and Lions, I feel like you go in and you're like, listen, they're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna get your hopes up, and then all of a sudden you're gonna make playoffs. Something stupid happens.
Right.
All of a sudden, halfway through the season, you look really good. You get a few wins in a row. Everything, and then all of a sudden, all at once, it just ends.
Right.
And it happens every year.
And to kind of go along that with this conversation we have is I've been in the position where I'm in the Louis state where it's about 2 or 3 years of like just bad teams, the 6-10, the 5-11, and it's like what I think he's trying to say is at the end of the year when your team doesn't win, whether it be you get eliminated in week 10 or eliminated in the Super Bowl, right? However way your team isn't one of the you're one of the 31 teams to lose, you had that moment of devastation. So what we're talking about is, I remember seasons where we sucked the whole year long. And it really, not that it wasn't bad, it just kind of sucks because you have no expectation.
Right.
I know how I felt the night I drove home back to college after we lost that Niner game in the championship. I've never felt worse in that moment. And I think instead of it being a whole year-long drawn out devastation, it was one quick moment that all that devastation hit me. So I think it's equal
And that
amounts
was
of
tough.
devastation
These
and
are out.
equal amounts of sadness, but it's just how does it come to you?
Yeah.
Is it worse to have it drawn out, or is it worse to have it in that one flail moment, even though you had a whole fun year? Like you guys,
Yeah.
you've been the 1 seed and the favorite year after year after year to have constant crazy upsets and devastation over and over again. But,
Yeah, I think it was really the Cowboys had the one really good draft with Zeke and Dak,
Yep.
and that was like the key to their future.
Romo and Dak's year. You had experienced quarterback in his year.
Perfect.
And like the offense just ran itself. It was a great year. Two
Absolutely.
explosive players come out, and then Zeke just had 2 years and fell off, and Dak just has been Dak.
let's say you don't.
Dak's been
I mean,
good. Dak's been good.
and that's the thing.
Dak's fine.
Yeah.
I think, he's been pretty consistently like a
Jerry
top
Jones
10
is-
quarterback.
Jerry Jones is the issue.
It's not incorrect. And I think the thing is, you don't often see a team have 2 players fighting for offensive rookie in the year.
Oh, yeah.
That's how cool was that?
And
that,
it was-
that they had to decide between two of your offensive players to figure out who was going to be the rookie of the
And
year.
it was
That's
guaranteed
so awesome.
one of those two players.
Right. Oh, there was no. It was
make it out of
them
this.
two and then a Cliff.
Because who won? I think Dak won Offensive Player of the Year that year, and then Zeke won Rookie
No,
of the
they
Year,
gave
right?
they gave it to Dak. They gave Dak rookie of the year,
Okay.
and,
Oh, they
and,
did?
Zeke, and Zeke ended up getting nothing.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
yep.
I remember a lot of people
We
saying
still lost first round.
they did still lose the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
round
Packers,
as the
right?
1 or 2 seed, one of the two.
It was
The
the one
Packers,
seed they
the
had to buy.
Packers have. I don't like the Packers.
It hurts. Yeah, the
The
Packers.
Packers have done some foul
Because
things.
as
too.
you said,
Packers
about
and
the-
Niners.
Yeah,
no,
the Niners
Yeah.
game, like what you said. My first one I'll always remember is when we played the Packers. We had DeMarco Murray, Romo was in, Dez Bryant, and it was the famous the catch.
that catch.
The catch. And nowadays it is a catch. He didn't survive the ground, then we lost the game. And I think personally, like all Cowboys fans say, but I think we could have won the Super Bowl that year easy
Oh, yeah.
if we got through the Packers that game.
Yeah, the catch. Yeah, it's a game you don't forget.
And then that one just sits with you because you could have had it.
Did you watch the
mean-
hold fiasco, or was that? I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about when I say the hold?
No.
Basically, it was an extra point to tie or a field goal to win it. I don't remember. I think it was an extra point to tie. Romo was the holder, and
Oh.
he fumbled the snap, and
Yeah.
they tried to run, and he was.
Well, I was just
literally
saying the
1
same
yard
thing.
away.
I remember there's be times when me and my dad are kind of just sitting there, and he'll randomly go, "You should have went to the Super Bowl that year." Like we both watched that game at a relative's house. I was at college, so we met up
Yeah.
halfway, and we were watching that game. And I remember me and my dad going to eat a snack in the kitchen. He goes, "Bud, like they're gonna go to the Super, like they're gonna do it. This is it." I was like, "Yes." And there was no like, "Oh, you jinxed it." It was like, "This is it. We
Yeah.
did it. We've done everything we could have done right. We are making the upset. This is it. This is it. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl." And you just don't. And it's like, man, sports suck. But
Imagine being a
halftime,
Falcons fan.
right, 20. At least it was the game before, right?
No way.
Right. But anyways, enough about
I mean-
devastation. Let's talk about what's exciting. The last week of football, we have our clear new playoff schedule. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm not going to explain it. We'll talk about each game. To go to last week, I'm going to make my quick spiel. We know the Panthers are in the playoffs. Super cool. That's who we wanted because we're both avid Bucks haters. Super cool.
I disagree.
He's always like, I don't hate the Bucks players. I despise their coach. And we talked about this week
This
after
is
week.
true.
He's Todd
he
Bowles is a
stinks.
moron.
I hate
He
Bowles.
stinks. He looks weird. But what I do want to talk about,
Wait,
even
whoa.
Why does he look
Continue.
weird?
You're good. You're
right, what I do want to talk about is officiating and announcing. And every single week I say announcers are horrible and refs are horrible. But I do always make sure I follow up with that's not the reason they lost, right? The Panthers still had, opportune chances. You don't run a flea flicker on your own 20. That's what are you doing? A lot of weird things, but who cares? They're going to the playoffs. The Falcons end up winning, whatever. But the fact that I had to sit there and watch that game, avidly rooting against the Bucks, and I had to watch a missed face mask penalty, a blown offensive pass interference call. I had to watch arguably 3 plays in a row that were within the same couple minutes, and I had to listen to this absolute moron of
Yeah.
a rules
The
analyst
rules analyst.
and
is crazy.
analyst, well,
Yeah.
sorry, analyst talk about this was, and Dan Orlovsky actually did a fairly good job because usually with the announcers they're also stuck with the butt that they have to just defend the refs and defend their contract and the money. Dan Orlovsky was very
was
clearly saying this is some nonsense. This should not be happening. Then I have to hear the rules analyst chime in. Now, well, Dan, you're not really seeing the whole picture. I almost threw my TV my remote at the TV. I'm like, what am I watching? I don't know if you want to chime in on that.
No,
I
I
don't
mean
know.
it was a little embarrassing, honestly, because just usually they'll be kind of like, oh, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I see, and that's it.
Right.
There's a lot more arguing in those conversations, and it really felt like the rules analyst was just the guy
Was-
kind of doing that thing where you're like defending
the refs
at all costs,
even though they're horrible.
even though they're horrible, they're also clearly incorrect.
Right,
You know,
right.
that's
And
the
he's talking
problem.
about the offensive pass interference, like, like that was a good call. And I almost want to be like, what about the one where the guy's helmet was off? The helmet was off on the ground, but
something happened. It wasn't just a hard hit.
right.
that knocked
But
it
we
off.
do get the privilege of seeing the Panthers in the playoffs. A little bit of a bummer to see Baker fight really hard in that rain game.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But you guys, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I'm just saying. I do like the Bucks, like I said, besides Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles is
But I'm a huge Baker fan, huge Mike Evans fan. I've loved Mike Evans for a long time, so it's a bummer not seeing them make it. But
and officially lose that streak he had. Finally breaks the streak.
second to tied with Jerry
Rice.
Jerry Rice Jones. Jerry Rice,
Yes.
tied with him, couldn't break the record.
No.
But,
And obviously it was injury. It wasn't
Right.
lack of talent or lack of anything besides
I
the
mean,
fact
if
that
he
he got
could
injured.
have had like 360 yards in the last game, I think he would have had it.
He was almost
right there.
He was right there.
So besides that game, the Falcons end up winning. We do see the Panthers because of the common opponents rule, which is, I guess, cool. I don't really want to chime in on that. We've talked about it every week that division is poor, that division is miserable. They're all awful at football. They all should go home and let another team in. And now we're just going to see the Rams, who are 10.5-point favorites, have a field day. They're going to get a nice little practice game before they go on to a real opponent, and they're going to absolutely destroy the Panthers. And that's I don't care the Panthers won earlier. I don't care. Shut your mouth. They're going to lose by 40.
No, it's. I completely agree. Like, I watched a lot of funny TikToks about different NFL playoff schemes and everything like that, and I saw one today that actually really made me laugh because the Rams came in and they're like, "Oh, we got a first round bye too," and everything like that. And the Panthers like, "We already beat you this year," and it's just Matt Stafford like, "You're right, you got me."
By the way,
you got us once.
By the way, the MVP. Why I'm wearing the jersey is he is the MVP, and that's super cool to say.
No, I hope,
man. I really hope
they're gonna give it to him. They do this
right
all the time.
That would be my Super Bowl, honestly. With us being out of the playoffs, my Super Bowl is hearing Matt Stafford's name for that MVP. And honestly, my life as a Matthew Stafford Lions fan is kind of complete, honestly. So
everything you've fought for, like you said, at those lunch
at the lunch tables. I mean,
for.
The Super Bowl MVP, he'll be in the Hall of Fame probably before Eli.
Oh yeah.
Don't agree with that. No chance. Eli's in the he's a finalist again. He's gonna be every year.
Is there anybody even notably he's against?
No, there's a few big ones.
Really? This is Drew Brees' year? I don't keep up with it.
I think because Phillip Rivers came back in the league. He's ineligible, and that's why I think Eli's gonna get it. And honestly, thank you, Phillip. Let's go. Phillip Rivers is my goat, dude. He's the man. Get Eli in the Hall of Fame. That's all I care about.
That's really
funny. Louis going to be a Colts fan next year.
Yeah.
Who
else you have to root for?
Why would I choose the Colts, man?
Let's go to the next game because that first game was, again, a rain game. Second game really shows us a lot of what we're going to expect from the Seahawks and the 49ers in this playoffs, I think. I think it's kind of a gateway into what we're going to see.
I still believe Sam Darnold, as good as he's been this year, he's going to drop it. As a Niners fan, right? The Niners have just so many weapons, and they have more important people coming off injury at the right time. They're going to be hot. Brock Purdy, besides the last game he played, has played crazy. Christian McCaffrey is Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Like, he is a complete unit that you have to account for. You have George Kittle coming back in off of injury. Like, they have just so many weapons that is going to. And Sam Darnold, I just don't think he's going to keep the track going.
So do you have the Niners beating the Eagles with all that being said, correct? Okay, so here's my question for you is if we think of these we think of the Seahawks as this dominant force, if you were to choose one team in the NFC to knock them off and you don't think they have it, who's it going to be? What team are you most confident beating the Seahawks right now in the NFC? Is my question.
I would say the Rams.
Rams? Okay. That's fair. That's my Super Bowl pick.
They took them to the brink. Really, probably should
another game we've argued about with the refs and just kind of how it boiled out. Again, they still choked that game, yes, but we saw a couple calls that are very interesting in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely everything creates kind of this action. It creates the drama. There's reasons things happen. So I do agree that the Rams are the team. I think the Rams are the team to beat. Well, the Seahawks are the team to beat. Let's give them respect. Right. But the Rams have that ability and the talent, especially with Adams coming back.
I think one thing I want to talk about especially is what we're really seeing with this year is, like, with all the weird offenses we're having and how they randomly struggle on certain days, I think it really boils down to the fact that defense does win championships. Now, with that being said, I say the Rams are my pick, and I think it's more for the love of the game. We love offense. We love watching high scoring. We love watching fantabulous offensive players do awesome things, right? Yeah. You like watching Stafford throw to Puka 14 times a game for 180 yards. That's more fun than watching a 13-3 game on Saturday night, right?
Well, in that aspect, the Seahawks do have the edge. The Seahawks defense has
the same thing. We look at the Broncos. The Broncos and the Seahawks are both top 5, top 7 defenses in the league, and they are when you pair that with a pretty solid offense.
Like sound run first idea, still have a good pass game with JSN.
That's
and
what
the other side,
leads to the 1 seeds. That's what leads to them. But now that we're in the playoffs, it's like you have those awesome defenses, yes, but you realize that these people get a whole week and their entire drive, focus, heart is to break that scheme that you have planned, to break that defense, and they're going to give it everything they have. This is where injuries don't matter. This is when saving your energy for next week and more important. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is it right now. They're going to give him everything, and I think that's where you're going to see those superstars like Josh Allen. Like again, I'm going to fight and say Josh Allen wins the game. That's a game we're going to talk about next. But I really do think that although the Seahawks have looked awesome defensively, I think the Niners are just off. I think if the Niners even have a normal offensive day, even though the Seahawks defense is good, the Niners offense is better, arguably. And I think when they're fully healthy, I think they win that game.
Yep.
Now,
It's gonna be. I like that matchup a ton.
Yeah,
I really like the Niners this year. I mentioned we'll talk about our award winners.
and
later.
I think the Seahawks are lucky to kind of get that. Not lucky, but they're very happy to have that bye and kind of watch how their playoff schemes unfold. It's really helpful for them.
Definitely.
So.
I think a lot of the games are going to be way low scoring than we think it's going to be.
Right.
Because when we've seen, throughout the year, when we've seen the top teams compete, it's been a defensive matchup. Just like you said about the Niners Seahawks last week.
Like that was essentially a playoff game, really.
Exactly.
Right. Back-to-back years of Sam Darnold being in that position
That's
to have the
true.
one
And
seed.
that's another thing. Like I say, Sam Darnold's going to fall off trap. Not taking respect away from the fact that Sam Darnold has taken teams that people have thought weren't going to do anything. Last year's Vikings, this year's Seahawks, and all of a sudden now playoff teams. Number one seed this year. Like Sam Darnold needs respect put on his name.
100%.
I just don't think he's the clutch caliber as a Matthew Stafford or as a Christian McCaffrey or a Josh Allen.
I
Those
totally
are just
agree.
huge key players that those are hard to beat in the playoffs in times of.
I think those are all phenomenal points. And I think the thing that I want to kind of to bank off that with that being said is we've looked at the games this year. Obviously, he had the good win against the Rams and that crazy comeback. But if we looked at his influential games this year, the first time they played the Rams, he throws for 4 interceptions.
Right.
We go back to last year, the game against the Lions for the 1 seed and the division. He has a horrible game. We look at the first round of the playoffs last year against the Rams, and he looks horrible. It seems like in those big moments, obviously Darnold is a top 10 quarterback, and we do need to put respect on his name. But what he just said, can we trust him?
This is his time to prove it.
And
You're good.
The reason I am so set on that type of thing is because for essentially in form of words, the Cowboys for the last 10 years have had a Sam Darnold.
Right.
Puts up great numbers, gets those big moments. The clutch moments, he just does not follow
Tony
through.
Romo and Sam Darnold are very similar when you think about it, honestly. But Louis, to chime in.
No, I totally agree with that, especially from your perspective. You've seen it year after year. You have the Tony Romo, who is historically known as a choker, and then you have Dak Prescott comes in and they're the number 1 seed. You get the bye, and then
and he kind of continues the tail.
Yeah, what matters is has this team done it before? Have you done it before?
Right.
Like Sam Darnold hasn't done it before, and they beat the Niners,
to be fair,
but it's 13 points.
To add on to that, like has the team done it before? Of course, the Seahawks have been good within the last 10 years. But none of that personnel is the same.
There's not a single player from that
Kenneth
team.
Walker, Zach Charbonnet, JSN, and all those young defenders have not been in this situation before. And it's really showing, do you have what it takes? Because last year, Geno Smith, you're never going to go anywhere with him, and they know that. Now they have it. They have a championship team. If you told me the Seahawks win the championship right now, I go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it
sounds good.
And it would surprise me, though, still.
It would
Even
still
right,
surprise
isn't that crazy to say? It really comes down to, does Sam Darnold have it? So
Did you look at who the favorite is for the Super Bowl?
I have not.
Just winner?
I will check that right now if
Look
you want to
that.
go on to the next game.
Yeah, so let's see what we got. I had the...
Just going throughout Sunday, the 1 o'clock slate was horrible. Besides that Falcons game, we go into the afternoon, and it was what was the?
I know there was
the Bears Lions. You can talk about Bears Lions
If you want, yeah. I mean,
I'll make it quick.
Caleb Williams didn't reach 4,000.
He did not
No,
reach
he
4,000.
didn't. How does he doesn't even make any sense, dude. He looks good. New offensive coordinator. Pass heavy in the not pass heavy. They were run heavy when he was in Detroit, but. You have all these explosive weapons, and he still can't.
You know who my favorite Bears player this year was?
Who?
Manungai.
I love
He actually just ordered a jersey. No, you wanted to order a jersey. He wanted Caleb Williams.
I wanted Caleb
And I
Williams.
think it's just half of his name. It's such a sick name.
I hope in his drip, dude. He's got the armbands, sick gloves,
he looks serious.
He's awesome. Manungai's cool. They have their, we mentioned a little bit before. They have their Swift and Montgomery in
to
there.
quickly intervene. Okay, right now the Super Bowl favorite is the Seahawks at plus 390. Then we have Rams at plus 440. Broncos at plus 650, and then Eagles, Patriots, Bills.
Okay, good.
On and on and on.
I figured the Bills were going to be higher in that list.
I think we've
I
talked
don't
about.
think they should be.
I think the Eagles are too high on that list.
The conversation that we have is, I think the fact that the Eagles are so high is if they make it through the gauntlet that is the NFC and they come out as the NFC winner, it's like you've played. We've talked about this week after week. I have said so confidently that I would be drastically surprised if the NFC does not come out with a championship.
There's no doubt. Just every team in the NFC is
so good.
It's just better than everybody.
It's
in
just
the AFC.
more rock solid than the other teams. I mean, there's a lot of.
There's 3 NFC West teams in the playoffs this year. Like, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, each one of them could win the Super Bowl.
Right, and all 3 are contenders that you can very easily see win the Super Bowl.
I think you put any of those teams in the AFC, I think they would deserve the 1 seed, and they're the best team in the AFC.
Totally agree.
100%.
So the Lions game, I just think the thing that kind of scares me is I know we kind of have their number. It was cool to see a win. Like, obviously you want to beat a divisional opponent, but for them going into the playoffs, it's like you just played everybody at home. Just to confirm that you had the 2 seed, which we have talked about is the easier route. You control your home until the NFC Championship, and you give yourself a matchup against the Packers. You want that. Of course you want to play the Packers over the NFC West.
And the Packers...
You would rather play the NFC West?
I just don't like playing the Packers.
Oh, no. The boogeyman. I would say at the end of the day, it's the boogeyman. In the playoffs, you don't want to play any team. You want to get a free win. Of course you want to have the bye. But let's say the easiest path for the Bears would be playing the Packers, although they would hate to lose to the Packers.
Yeah.
I think that's the best chance for them to win. Totally.
I don't even personally think the Packers should. The Packers are favored in that game. I don't know if you saw that. They're favored by 1.5 away.
Really?
And it doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense.
The Bears are fraudulent.
Yeah.
Well, the Bears beat them both times, didn't they? When they played?
No, they split them.
They split them. They did
Packers
split
won
them.
the first
They did
time.
split.
They won at home.
It came down to that final throw that Caleb Williams threw the interception.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh,
On
yeah.
fourth and whatever.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, to go over the lines quick for the playoffs, we have Packers 1.5.
Yeah.
Bills Jaguars 1.5.
Bills 1.5.
Again, away. Niners plus 4.5 against the Eagles.
Yeah, it's insane. The
Char-
4.5 line.
The fact that the Niners are
Eagles are
4.5 and the Chargers are plus 3.5 against the Patriots. That is mind-boggling to me.
I see it. Like, the Patriots are finally going to get a taste of hard scheduling to make their point of we're this good or it was a fluke this year.
Right.
Like this is the time where the Patriots either have to show Verbal has to,
so much fun.
show up. He has to show up. Listen, guess what? We are this good. Drake May's going to come out here and throw 300 and 2 touchdowns, or he's going to come out and throw 150 and 3 picks.
He's going to dodge. And I think the thing is, like, obviously it's the playoffs, so every team has something to prove. But I think if we talk about teams with something to prove, I think you have Bears, Seahawks, and Patriots are those top 3 with something to prove right now. I arguably more than any. Obviously, every team wants to prove. They want to prove their team. But I think those are the top 3 in my opinion.
The Chargers defense has been excellent at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
And so that's a huge thing that I think is going to cripple the Patriots. Is like the Chargers are actually starting to look alive. Justin Herbert's playing probably arguably better than he's played all year. The defense is finally showing up. They're winning games. They're not going to be an easy team just to walk in and be like, oh, we're the 2 seed. Like, this is going to...
No.
You can't look past the Chargers. Especially a well-coached team.
Right.
They've been to the playoffs year after year since Herbert's been there. And even though it hasn't went their way, they're still a really competitive team. And like you said, the scheduling's been really easy for the Patriots. Everyone's heard it. We've all heard it. Now it's same thing with like Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. You got to prove it now.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, when he started his, he had his 50 touchdown season, 5,000 yards, awesome. You make the playoffs, now you got to show it, and he showed it.
Right.
Can these young players, that we expect to have great careers? Drake May looks awesome. MVP candidate in his second year, phenomenal.
Crazy.
Nobody expected that. What's next?
UNC, right? Out of UNC.
Yeah. North Carolina.
Like
out of North
just
Carolina.
out of that, you know what I mean? Like to show that any of these players, it doesn't matter where they come from. You look at raw talent and you give them good development, and that's what's going to happen. The Patriots obviously have shown us time after time they can develop players into playmakers.
As ironic as it is, you could look it up to validate it, but like Drake May's build, like his body statistics, are almost a complete reflection to Tom Brady.
Right.
Height, weight, type of play, like everything about it. He's like a young Tom Brady, which is crazy.
I just think
under
sometimes
Mike Verbal, who you could argue is identical to a Bill Belichick in our day of age. Like,
Yeah,
like, they're both such similar coaches, like with that nitty gritty tough, grind type run first type offense. And honestly,
no BS.
roll, yeah,
No
very
BS.
much so.
Old school style,
Very
but still willing to adapt to the new
Right.
game.
Right.
Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches.
I've
in the
always
game.
liked Mike Vrabel.
Titans made a
100%.
big mistake. I don't really.
Which we
even
totally
if he
talked about that
clearly
too.
wanted to go,
Right.
I think you pay him what he deserves, even if that's not the problem.
Right.
You know, I know it's the Titans and they stink, but
Right.
you keep him there. You get Cam Ward. You get those young guys that you see making moves, and you have a great coach still. It's instead you hire a guy and you fire him
And
within
then
a few games.
the final game that I didn't talk about was that Texans are favored 3 at Steelers, which
Which
that makes sense because
they
the
should.
Texans are the best defense in the league, and man, oh man, I think they are going to wreak havoc on a immobile Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
So,
it's another team that the defense is what matters most. You look at every team in the playoffs; they have a defense that can compete. And yeah, the Texans. You never know.
you really like them.
I
You
love
really-
the Texans. The two teams I want to see in the Super Bowl are Texans Bears. It won't happen, and it's crazy if that does happen. I would love it.
Right.
I would love to see C.J. Stroud show up, be a clutch player, pull that rookie of the year stuff out, and see what he's got. And I want to see Caleb Williams really take that stride that I was mentioning Patrick Mahomes before, that Patrick Mahomes took, where once you get in the playoffs, you're the man. You can make every throw you want.
And
You scramble great.
He hasn't done it yet.
And he hasn't done it yet.
So-
He didn't reach 4,000 like we mentioned.
Yeah.
And all these other great quarterbacks, Drake May, Dak, even obviously Matt Stafford. There's a ton of people. Jared Goff made it to 4,000.
Yeah.
And why can't Caleb Williams get there? We'll see. I mean, stats don't really matter that much because they're still winning football games.
And obviously, the scheme doesn't necessarily plan out for a 4,000 type of year for Caleb Williams, just because Monungai and Swift have been so dominant, and they thrive on those low scoring, nitty gritty type of wins, and that doesn't lead to a lot. For us, our offense has to be explosive for us to win. That's why Goff threw for 4,000 because our defense is so crap that we have to go berserk to win the game. That's why 35 points is normal for us.
Pretty
That's
sure
why.
the Cowboys lost the most games with the opponent scoring over 35 points.
You're very close in
it's just crazy.
But
It's been that way for a while.
if I had to choose my most favorite Super Bowl pick, I think with the area we live in, there's a lot of Bills fans, and I wouldn't hate to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. That would be a pick, but if I'm being fully honest, Jags Rams would be my top pick.
I 100%
How
agree.
fun would that be?
be
Those
so
are
fun.
fun football teams.
I would love if the Jags wore their throwbacks in the Super Bowl or something,
sick.
and then
There's so many teams that are so fun. Let's just say 3 teams you don't want to see in the Super Bowl. Louis, go first.
3 teams I don't want to see. Eagles,
Yep.
number 1. I think we should all agree on that.
They're in my list. They're in my list.
They're mine,
Screw the
so.
Eagles. Patriots, obviously. I don't hate. I like Drake May. It's the Patriots. They don't deserve anything, to be honest. And then probably. I mean, otherwise, I just really only those 2.
Right.
I don't really have a third team I don't want to see because I like everybody else.
Right.
I like the situations everybody's got.
My three are also my three. Also the Eagles. Obviously, we talked about hating Nick Sirianni. How they're a boring team. They're just the
Nick
worst.
Sirianni's
The
a
Eagles are
loser.
horrible.
Loser.
I wouldn't want to see Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. The rest of the Steelers want to go to the Super Bowl. That's fine as long as Aaron Rodgers doesn't go. I'm happy. So, unfortunately, he plays for that team. So I'm going to say I don't want to see the Steelers there because I hate him. And then my third team is the Bears.
The Bears.
I just don't want to see the offensive coordinator that I loved so much go to the Super Bowl the year after he leaves us. And honestly, do I hate the Packers? Yes, but they don't have Aaron Rodgers anymore, so I hate them less.
Yeah. And
So Bears, I also don't think they're going to make it. I think they get destroyed even if they do beat the Bears. So with that being said, I don't want the Bears to make it.
My 3 are Eagles number 1.
Yep.
Packers number 2.
Yep.
And it's a toss-up, and this is weird, but it's a toss-up between Broncos and the Bears, honestly.
Okay.
And the Broncos, I don't know. They're weird
They're
team.
not fun, right?
No, they're not. And
They're
I like
not
the
fun.
defense.
Sorry, Derek. They're not fun.
Sean Payton.
They've had great defense and
They're
stuff,
so dull.
but they're not an exciting team to watch, in my opinion.
Totally agree.
I don't know. So those are my 3, count 4.
As good as we think they are, we're not denying that they're good. They're a very good football team. Very good defensively. Bo Nix can pop off, but they're just not fun. They just don't scream fun to me like the Jaguars do.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
The Jags. I mean, Trevor
Like
Lawrence
the
is hot,
Rams
too. Trevor Lawrence is wicked hot right now.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a great quarterback competition between Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. It's probably going to be one of the more exciting games of the whole playoffs because you have one quarterback that's not going to stop in Josh Allen. You have one that is just on fire right now. He's doing what Josh Allen is doing, arguably better than Josh Allen. He's making those touchdowns. If he needs to run it in, he's pushing himself into the end zone. If he needs to hit the 30-yard pass, it's on the money. Like, Trevor Lawrence is just on fire right now. And the Jaguars defense is doing just as good. Like,
they're doing enough. They're doing what they have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you just said, the hottest quarterback in the league versus the former MVP. That's so much fun.
Right.
And the thing, you know what's crazy is obviously these NFL schedule makers, they do so well. I see a huge flaw in the schedule. Granted, okay, we know Pittsburgh is very cold this time of year, right? And the Texans-Pittsburgh game is, in my opinion, well, for most people, it's going to be Panthers-Rams because the Rams are going to blow them out. I kind of like that game because I love watching Matt Stafford and I love watching the Rams team in general.
Right.
I would say the most non-exciting matchup of the week is the Steelers-Texans. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's
right?
Monday night.
So why are you putting that game Monday night? It's already cold as it is in Pittsburgh. Give them that 1 o'clock game on Sunday that nobody really gives a crap about. Watch them play in some sunlight. Watch a defensive game. I don't want to watch 13-3 on Monday night. I want to watch the Bills and Jacksonville go duel it out, high scoring match, and in a 75-degree night in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to watch -4 in Steelers when it's 3-6.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
Is Jacksonville the 1 o'clock game?
1 o'clock? Is that not insane?
That's an embarrassing
It's
call.
going to be an 80-degree day in Jacksonville, and it's like going to be the most exciting game of the week. That's why. Why?
Yeah,
Why would you do
move the
that?
Steelers game to 1 o'clock. What are we doing?
I agree with everything. It's
pretty crazy.
The Rams game
Just
should be
move the
boring.
Steelers game to Jacksonville.
It could be.
Just put them in there.
Yeah.
Have the Steelers in the stands watching the game.
Or put them in a dome. Like, I just think I really see it being like a 10-3 game, and it's like, I don't want to watch that.
No, it's going to be 10-3.
But anyways, this gets so exciting. But go ahead. Luke.
Yeah, one thing going back to that Trevor Lawrence Bills thing, I think Trevor Lawrence has been on fire, and I like Trevor Lawrence. No, I don't actually. It's not true. It's not true. I don't.
No,
really
we
like
haven't.
him.
To be fair,
Historically, I don't
we
like
haven't
him.
talked about him all year until he got crazy hot. So we're kind of hypocrites here. But now we like. I like.
See, I personally have always liked him. Not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But
Continue.
I liked him on Clemson, and when he went to the Jags, I was so annoyed because he was a great quarterback that went to an awful team, and they built up around him finally. And they're looking good. But I've always thought he's had the talent. He just lacked the team.
Right.
Now finally he has a few weapons. The defense is together. The coaching's a lot better, even though I still think the coach is kind of a weirdo.
He is a weirdo. I'll let you make your point first before I get onto that.
No, I was going to say that we mentioned a lot this podcast so far about quarterbacks having to prove something, and Trevor Lawrence hasn't done that at all. And really only until this last stretch of this season has he been a quarterback that you think can compete in those Super Bowl games. But if he can keep it up, and I like Cohen a lot. I think
he's weird,
he's a little,
he's cool.
little goofy guy, but a lot of goofy, they smart. They think ahead of the curve. Andy Reid, you got weirdos, but they're smart.
Mike McDaniels before he went crazy.
Exactly. Before whatever happened with him. They must have transferred to his swap brains or something. But Trevor Lawrence, they got to prove it, and that defense has to prove it too in a matchup against somebody who can do what they want on the football field.
He can do anything.
Josh Allen has done it before, and he has consistently. He's not the reason they've lost these AFC Championship games. He has scored. It's that defense that keeps letting him down. He will compete.
It's going to be Josh Allen versus Josh Allen.
Yeah, literally.
Versus a hot version of.
You got to put it.
Anyway, before Louis stole the words right out of my mouth. What I wanted to say about Trevor Lawrence is that when we go back to the beginning of this year and we watch all those reporters, we listen to time after time saying this is Trevor Lawrence prove it year. It really was. Everybody's questioning, well, is he really worth the one pick? His team, they had that one hot year where they blew that huge lead to the Chargers. It's like, is he really the guy for them? Or are they going to have to move on a lot sooner than they wanted to? And then it's like, hey, no, you gave me a good supporting cast. Even with Brian Thomas Jr. being hurt and having a weird off year, he made people like Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington look phenomenal.
Great ad by
awesome. Which,
awesome.
mind you, when you watch a good quarterback make okay receivers great, that's when you're like, yes, right? You the best quarterbacks in the league don't need studs to be great, right? Like you watch. Look at
Patrick Mahomes has proven it time and time again.
Bingo.
He had Tyreek Hill and yet still used every option on the field. Tyreek Hill had a phenomenal years with Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes proved it time and time again that just give him numbers. As long as he has numbers on the field, he's going to find somebody, and he's going to make the worst guy look as good as any average player on any NFL team.
And mind you, he won 2 Super Bowls without
Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, he made Taekwon Thornton look like a player.
Tyler Thornton, he made guys like
no disrespect.
who's he made like Jared McKinnon,
Richie
like,
James had a few
like,
games.
like, yes,
with
these
them,
guys.
you know
that,
what I mean?
You know,
Kadarius Toney at one point.
Richie
Kadarius
James.
Toney's ridiculous.
Did Richie James play for the Giants?
Yes.
That's the guy. I
remember.
kept thinking of.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Thank you for finally
Thinking
finding
about
that name,
a
dude.
stat we were talking about when
Hold
we
it
did
over and
was it
over again.
was
I
it
said
last
there was
week?
another returner
Yeah.
that you guys hated, and you're like, "Oh, it's just Tony." I'm like, "No, dude, I swear."
Yeah.
Did he not
It
wear
was
number
Richie
17?
James. It was no, he didn't
What did
wear
he
number
wear?
17.
10?
He wore 81.
Really?
I think it
Okay,
was a
so maybe
weird
I'm
number.
just wrong. Either
No.
way, I knew that was. the guy I
I'm
was
going
thinking
to
of.
argue it's like Kadarius Toney made Patrick Mahomes look like a bad quarterback rather than vice versa.
I mean, it's right here. I mean, you couldn't put it in a better spot.
too
It-
funny,
it's just-
dude.
He's
He
good.
played himself out of
Obviously,
the league.
Mahomes
sure
also.
did.
We can't say he made. He also had Travis. He also had Travis Kelce,
Yes.
who is also phenomenal. But
Which, if
with
you-
that being said, he won with some bad supporting cast.
Yeah, it's important to note though that now that this year Travis Kelce's kind of he's lost it.
might-
Let's be honest.
Yep.
He might retire. We don't know yet. Even
But
if
the
he
love ain't
doesn't,
there like it used to be.
Exactly.
It's clearly so.
normally we'd see in the clutch games going down the stretch that defense has kept them in a lot of games
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, and we see Mahomes and Kelsey march down the field and score a touchdown, and they weren't able to do that this year. Kelsey's lost his step, even though they had Rashee Rice back. They still, we expected them to kind of run the table like they always
Right.
do. They got a big weapon back, and they kind of just flubbed out of the
Yeah.
race and really weren't a very good team.
The injury wasn't the reason they didn't make it.
No,
essentially.
absolutely not.
So-
So he had Travis Kelce all those years. I think that's important to mention, but they do have to help him out.
It's gonna depending when he comes back from that injury. The Chiefs' future is very weird. That's probably something we'll talk in different episodes. So.
And I think that's why these playoffs are so interesting. Everyone's so excited because you don't have the Chiefs, you don't have the Bengals, you don't have the Ravens.
You're saying
you don't
you're saying everything we've been saying for the last couple
Right,
weeks. Like
like,
this
you
year is
don't-
so weird, is it
It's
not?
it's so weird. It's so crazy. And so everyone's like, Josh Allen, you finally have a chance to get it. Well, of course, first round he goes up probably against his hardest QB matchup, and all the playoffs are going to come up.
Especially in the AFC, definitely.
And the
Totally.
AFC,
Right.
for sure.
And I think the Jaguars defense is good. Like obviously they have the other Josh Allen, who's been playing some good football. And they have these weird pieces, but we've still seen people like the Colts put up good numbers on them. And obviously, like we said, the conditions not the weather dependent, no rain. It should be perfect. It should be
Right.
70 and sunny on a Sunday. That's where Josh Allen lives. That's where he lives and dies.
He can play
I think it'll be
anything.
a high scoring matchup, and I
Anywhere.
think
I think the Bills would have the advantage in
the
North
Bills-
because
I'm
There's a reason they're
we're
favored.
rooting for the Jaguars, but man, how can you pick against the MVP?
Yeah.
As a-
How can you pick against the guy?
Dude,
I don't know.
every person has said once in their life, like, God, we wish we had Josh Allen. as our
Oh,
quarterback."
yeah.
You know,
That's
like
the truth.
even during the whole Patrick Mahomes rivalry deal, like everyone wants him, but one person can't tell me to be like, oh, Josh Allen was on our team, like I'd love it. Like,
Josh,
you can't say you
the reason he's the
I-
MVP is he would make every single team better. He makes every single team better. So
Yeah, he's the player to watch in the playoffs.
Right.
If there's one guy, especially on the AFC side, that can make it happen against even elite defenses, it's Josh Allen.
it's just a matter of fact of can their defense hold
Right.
up because it's been better recently, but it's overall pretty
It's like you
pretty
said,
poor.
Josh Allen's not the problem. Are the weapons he has around him. You don't have the Stephon Diggs.
Nope.
You don't have the Gabe Davis deep pass anymore. You don't have that. You
It's
know,
really-
you got Shakir coming in where Shakir will come up with a big play here and there. But
It's
like,
really just
what
him and
other-
Cook.
Right.
The him and Cook show.
Right. So is Zach going to be able to stand up against a bunch of different ways the Jags are going to be able to
Yes,
score?
they should against the not so great Bills defense. They should score at ease with
Right.
any way they want to. So
I don't know. I mean,
but it's weird.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
If it's a close game, I think the Bills take it.
Right.
In the end, I think
Bills gotta keep
Josh
it- Bills
Allen's
gotta keep it
heart
close.
Is going to just pull through. But if it
Man.
starts out a blowout and stays a blowout, I don't know if the Bills will be able to form something together to come back.
Yeah,
agree.
you need to have some stops in order
Yeah.
to come back. But being a Jacksonville Jaguars fan has got to be scary
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. I'd be sweating. I mean, you just know the boogeyman.
this is the
Boogeyman's
best
coming to town.
This is the best thing they've had since Blake Bortles. So
Since Saxonville, like Bortles. Yeah,
going to the AFC Championship team with that team is so fun.
yeah. I think personally, the game I'm most excited for, and it is Sunday Night Football, is the Patriots Chargers game. I actually think that's going to be a really, really good game.
it's going to be another nitty gritty game. Like we said, Mike Vrabel's going to put his all into it, obviously, and which is going to be hard for any team to stop. But again, hot Chargers defense, Jackson Herbert, Jesus. Justin Herbert. Wow.
Jackson
Justin
Dart?
Yeah.
Somebody say Jackson Dart.
Justin Herbert is gonna sling it. Like you got to be able to stop him. But I think it's possible to stop the Chargers. You can't sleep on them.
No, I totally agree. I
Yeah.
think Justin Herbert
I think-
is.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Sorry, Justin Herbert is. I love Justin Herbert, a big Justin Herbert guy. I think he's the other quarterback that can. If that offensive line can even give him a little bit of time, like they have weapons to play. They have Ladd, obviously Quentin Johnson has had a better career. They have good running back room with Amari and Hampton shown what he can do, and Vidal even came in. They got Gadsden for the tight end. Obviously, these are names that are new, but they've
They've all shown their parts.
participated with them.
And I think everything we're talking about kind of proves and makes sense of the 3.5 point spread for the Patriots. Is like, obviously the Patriots are a good team. They haven't really had to prove themselves a lot, and they haven't had to in recent weeks. Like, realistically, like, it's nice because they've almost had 2 or 3 bye weeks recently leading into these playoffs, but you almost kind of want those tough matchups, like the almost practice playoff games. Give us a super tough opponent that we have to work really darn hard for, so we know what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
They played the Jets and the Dolphins the last 2 weeks. You haven't had a competitive game since probably that Bills game, realistically.
Yeah.
So
Think about what the Chargers have done all year. They've competed against. They've had obviously a tougher schedule because their division is more difficult.
Yep.
And they have competed in those games. And Herbert's had to deal with pass rush after pass rush, and has been able to show that he can get away from it. And really, the Patriots don't have a great pass rush, to be honest with you.
but the win does come down to that O-line, because that's their whole run game
Absolutely.
too with Amari and Hampton. So.
Yeah, the games are won in the trenches. We say defense wins championships, but if you have a good offensive line, a good defensive line, you can compete at any level.
Shows Eagles last year.
Exactly. Eagles last year.
Perfect point.
I think if the Patriots can't really have a pass rush and put pressure on Herbert, I think he can dice him up.
Right. He can hit any hole on the field.
In like
So-
a comparison, AFC, NFC, like where we were just talking about Trevor Lawrence proving himself, I think Justin Herbert is in the same position as Trevor Lawrence. Like, given Justin Herbert's been in this position more than Trevor Lawrence has, but like he's come up short. Like, this is Justin Herbert's time. Hey, listen, we're up against a difficult matchup, but can he push through it? Can he prove himself to be the guy that the Chargers think he is?
Neither have really made any substantial noise in the playoffs before.
Right.
So, and I think they're both trying to say, like, hey, we're a team to beat.
Right.
Obviously, they both have teams that are definitely better than them, but the way you make a name for yourself is you beat those teams that you shouldn't beat, right? You know what I mean? The same reason we can't talk about Josh Allen as anything more than a playoff kind of choker. No disrespect, he's phenomenal, and obviously it wasn't his fault all those times. A lot of it was that horrible defense. But, like, I know
It's not as apparent as, like,
the
the
tough
Ravens.
games you gotta win.
Yeah.
Like, nowhere near the Ravens, but they choke in different ways.
13 seconds, man.
Yeah, 13 seconds.
13 seconds.
Right? I mean, you talk about the Ravens. You watched the
Vikings.
choke last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like, you're really making me. You're a 44-yarder, and you're making me watch Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Like, yeah, thanks, Ravens. Thanks for being useless per usual.
I'm surprised we didn't hear that from the crowd.
Did you? Oh, okay. I'll stall you off camera. It's not
okay.
an odd pod topic.
I just think because we've been talking about it, it's very exciting playoffs, random playoffs. This is the year where legacies can be built.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is the foundation where any number of players can
This is
can
it.
set their legacy, set up for
Really,
success.
there
I mean, you
isn't-
got Matt
there-
Stafford, you
I
got
think in
all
that-
the young guys.
yeah.
There's a lot that you can do to really prove that you are.
And to go off that, like the years before, you always have people trying to prove their legacy and start one or continue one. This year, there's nobody trying to continue a legacy really besides Stafford, who's won.
Well, I would say he's
has
nearing the
anybody
end
else
of a legacy.
won a championship before as a quarterback besides him?
Yeah.
In this Super
Well,
Bowl,
besides Aaron Rodgers, of course.
No,
Yes.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Well,
So
that's
he's-
what I was going to say.
That's the only
That's
team
what-
trying to
that's what
continue
I
a
was gonna
legacy.
say. And I think
I
besides
forgot
the
about
Eagles
them.
being an awful franchise and everyone hating them,
Yep.
I think that's another reason nobody wants the Eagles to win a championship is because, all right, we've seen it. They've competed in it. They've won it. They've gone up against Mahomes. They've done it. Everyone wants them to fall off so someone new can step up and start something new.
you
Or
have-
Matthew Stafford can finish his legacy, something like that. Somebody other than the same team that's been in it just wipe them off the table.
You have Stafford and the Rams trying to reinstate and almost finish his legacy, like you just said. A team trying to continue their legacy, and then 10 teams trying to create one. So, with all of us despising the Eagles, like you just said, it's like we're really rooting for 11 teams, arguably.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, everybody but the Eagles. I'm
And-
pretty
and-
much
and-
pretty much okay.
And Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, you have.
I think there's a
can't-
better chance of the Eagles than Aaron Rodgers. I think that's.
Oh, I don't even think Aaron Rodgers.
What if
I don't
that's
think
the
Aaron
matchup?
Rodgers even wins the first game. I think
Imagine the matchup: the Steelers and Eagles.
Oh, I'd probably watch NBA, and I hate NBA.
Like, let's watch the Wizards.
If that happens,
Trae Young. Breaking news: Trae Young to the Wizards.
You guys
Trae Young to Afghanistan.
You just brought up Steelers Eagles. That didn't even come to my mind. That's actually a nightmare. You just brought. I haven't even thought because I'm so sad that the Steelers are out this week. Like I said, I haven't really talked.
we haven't even played the game.
Right. I haven't even really thought about them going past this first round because I think the Texans will kill them. But the fact that Steelers Eagles in some weird third country world happens, it's like that can't be true. That can't happen.
You just see Rodgers putting his hand in the ham warmers, jogging out with the big patch.
This better not be the universe where that happens.
Man, see, we talk about Matt Stafford cementing his legacy. It's actually Aaron Rodgers' time.
Aaron Rodgers. That'd be criminal. That's criminal. So there's one more game we kind of want to talk about before we go on to our trivia and end of season stuff. Obviously, we talk about how much we hate the Eagles because they're just so miserable. Let's take our emotions out of it here for a second and talk about how much of a possibility it is for them to do something not so crazy unexpected. If so Louis, kind of add on to that.
They are the most talented roster in the league. We're in the playoffs right now. Yeah. That's what I think. So
they're up there.
Anything's possible. And obviously they had early injuries with the O-line. That's kind of why their struggles early. Saquon wasn't really all that, and they weren't passing the ball that much. But they still have the ability and the talent to do it. You just have to. See
I think a lot of it's offensive coordinating too. I just think
100%.
If you told me right now they find their stride, I just think that what we're gonna see in the Eagles-Niners game is almost going to be identical to what we saw on Saturday night. Like the Seahawks and the Eagles are such similar teams in the fact of their offense can be weird at some points, even though they have such good talent, but their defense is sound and they can keep them in any game ever.
Absolutely, and that's, as a Cowboys fan, resenting the Eagles my whole life, it's always what has annoyed me is they figure out a way to stay in games and somehow just pull something out. You have a running back that just ran for 2,000 yards last year. Yes, he's not there, but people get hot in the playoffs. People show crazy games out of nowhere.
It's when it matters.
And Saquon Barkley is very eligible to have a breakout game out of nowhere. All right, Saquon Barkley doesn't have it. Guess what? You have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, who are serious weapons on the outside.
And Goddard.
And Goddard up the middle as a tight end. They're a good team.
Right.
As much as I hate to say, they're a good team. Right? And so I want the Niners to knock them out, but it's possible.
Right. If we sit here next week and the Eagles won, it's like, that's totally because Jalen Hurts isn't horrible. He's not phenomenal. He's no like Josh Allen, but he can clearly do enough to win with how talented his roster is.
He's proven that he can win the big games. If his team's in it, he's proven 100%. He can win it.
Yeah, he's the guy who has done this.
Right. He has done it.
Even if
he's been here.
Last year we talked about it's just the tush push merchant. He's got all these touchdowns because Saquon gets him to the one PI whatever, and then tush push in right. And he wasn't having a great passing year last year. It wasn't all that great. And then you go in the playoffs, he gets to the Super Bowl, and he has an elite game, and they dominate. Really look at the Niners defense they're going against. They don't have any of the names, or they don't have their two key names with Fred Warner and Bosa. They don't have those players. And their defense, other than last week, which I think was very impressive against the Seahawks.
Right. It kept them in that game, too.
They haven't really shown that all year.
100%.
No. So with letting the Colts score a lot of points on them. And the Bears score a lot of points on them.
Yeah.
And
they can...
The Eagles took down Andy Reid, who, in my opinion, is, if not the best coach ever in football, one of the top three. He's phenomenal. The Eagles beat him last year. The Eagles took him down.
Flat out beat him.
Right. I mean, it wasn't even close. So, that's something to be recognized. These guys clearly know what they're doing when it comes down to prove and win. They do it. They've done it time and time again. So, as much as I'm going against them, it wouldn't shock me to see the Eagles make it to the next round.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll wrap it up there. Fortunately, what comes with the end of the season also comes a lot of fun trivias. We now can do trivias relating to yard goals and fantasy trivia. So we have a lot of fun things we're gonna do. We'll do a couple today.
Do we want to each pick who we think is gonna win?
The chip?
Yeah. We should.
What did you mean?
I was gonna say each matchup. But if you want, we want to do who we think is going to be in the Super Bowl and who we think
we can just go through this week and we'll just go week by week. I mean, now that the start of the playoffs, I'll just give my pick. it's part intelligence and part just because I love them. I can't not pick the Rams. I'm wearing the jersey. They're my team. My Lions are out. I'm gonna be pouring my heart and soul into that team and into my favorite player of all time with Stafford. I don't really care about realistically. That's my pick. So, Lou.
Oh, you want to go?
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
I'll let you go.
So I have 3 teams I call, like, obviously the Cowboys are my favorites, and then I have 2 teams that I consider second, the Bucks and the Rams. Well, 2 of them aren't in it, so I'm going to go into the Rams.
Rams
and
it is.
want the Rams to win it all the way.
Yep.
Okay. Who do you think they're facing?
The Jags.
You think Jags?
Hey,
Rams? Yeah, you did.
we're really picking from the heart here. I think realistically, I think the best team in the NFC or AFC is the Broncos. Even though they're a little boring, I think they are the best team, and I think they had to buy for a reason. So I see a Rams Broncos Super Bowl, and I think that'll be a phenomenal game, even if the Broncos are a little boring. But I got Rams, so both picking a little bit of heart here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did a little Pick'em website thing yesterday, and I ended up with Seahawks Broncos. And I know it's the 2 first seeds, and it's boring.
It's really boring. It's really boring.
Historically, it's been like
You should quit.
previous matchups reoccur. We see this all the time. You know, everyone wants Bills Lions last year. You get Chiefs Eagles. You get things you've seen before. And I think it's going to be Seahawks Broncos. It's going to be something we've seen before with new players, a new version of that.
Kind of like the Eagles Patriots a couple years ago. You know, we had the Eagles Patriots with Nick Foles and Tom Brady, and then you go back when it was Tom Brady and I don't even know who it was back then.
Donovan McNabb.
Right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Whatever. Or it could be Patriots Panthers. Rematch.
You shut your mouth.
Can you imagine?
You shut your mouth. The Panthers, if the
Panthers
Panthers come
come
within
into
20,
LA.
Steelers Panthers Super Bowl.
I think,
No
I think
double-digit
this
win or
podcast, if either
3-3
if
Super Bowl.
Steelers Panthers happen or Steelers Eagles happen, this podcast can be much more short-lived. We'll never air again. It's over. I don't ever want to talk ever again if that happens.
We're going to see the first tie in Super Bowl history.
That was good. So we're going to 4 overtimes, no one kicks field goal.
Misery, dude. They won't be able to get there in time. It'll be like 0-0 too. It'll be like the worst Super Bowl ever.
4th and 4 in field goal range with a chance to win it. It says to go for it.
Analytics say go for it. But that's all we got. So let's do some trivia now. I have a trivia for them to work together. We're not going to go against each other just yet because it's a bit of a tougher one. There are some obscure names on here. With that being said, now that the season is over, tell me every player to have 1,000 receiving yards. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15. There are 20. 20 on the dot. 20 receivers that have 1,000 yards. Work together, go back and forth, doesn't matter. Start ripping off names.
All right, I'm going to give you 2.
Yep.
George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb.
George Pickens, correct. CeeDee Lamb, correct. 1,429 yards for Pickens. 1,077 for Lamb. Luke.
Just as good of a wide receiver as those two. Wan'Dale Robinson for the Giants.
Wan'Dale Robinson did have 1,014 yards.
Got to go to Stafford's guy, Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua was number 2 this year with 1,715 yards.
And number 1, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
JSN with 1,793.
So now it gets hard.
You still got a lot of you got a lot of gimmies out there, but
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, number 4 on the list, behind George Pickens.
Amon-Ra.
Number 5.
Perfect. I wonder if
Not Mike Evans.
no.
I'll give you. I'll do 3 strikes to this game. So if you get 3 strikes, you're out, and we'll just rip off games.
You think Devontae got there or no?
I think he was out before he could get it.
Yeah, because he missed the last 3 weeks, or 2 weeks or so.
I mean, think of heavy T.
Obviously,
Do you think T. Higgins got it too?
What's nice about trivia is that
missed-
he can cut out anything. So if you want to sit here and just ponder for a second,
He missed
talk it out.
He
Don't
missed
say
like
anything silly.
3 games,
Yeah.
I think. I don't
But
know.
you're probably close in name.
Problem is, a lot of it is longevity.
Yeah.
Did they play?
Who played the whole year? Like I was thinking, for example, like Parker Washington for the Jags. Like I think he might have snuck in there, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
That'll be a later guess because
Do you think Shakir got it? Anybody on the Bills? Shakir was the number 1 receiver, wasn't he?
I don't think Shakir got there.
No, I don't know if Josh Allen had anybody over.
Did he even have 4,000 yards passing? No, I think he had like low 30s.
Yeah.
Did Tet McMillan get to 1,000? I'm gonna guess Tet McMillan.
Correct. 1,014 yards. He's
McMillan did.
near the bottom. He only got it by 14 yards.
Wow.
There are 3 receivers who got 1,000 under 10 yards. So we have 1,003, 1,003, 1,006, 1,008. So they got it by
Those are
a
tough
couple
balls.
yards.
Yeah.
So you have to think there's a couple guys near the end of the year
Jennings
that played
No, he
because
missed
they
like
want to get
6
1,000.
games, didn't he? He missed
Who's
a
that?
few games.
Juwan
Juwan
Jennings.
Jennings. He missed a few games. I don't think he got there. Do you want to guess it? It's up to you if you want. You feel like they had to have had.
I feel like one of them had to have had.
It's just when Mac Jones was there, Juwan was kind of injured, and he was throwing to Kendrick Bourne for those 2 games, and
That's true.
Tonjes because Kittle was out.
Who was the bigger
Juwan.
receiver for the Patriots? It wasn't Diggs. Who was the one? Xavier Bout.
Oh, Xavier
Booty.
Booty.
Yeah, Booty, yeah.
Booty.
He did well.
I don't. Yeah, if you want to guess Juwan, I'm okay with that.
I think Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings did not get there. No, he's off the list. He's not even. I can't even see him in the last guy I can see is 846. So I think he just
Wow.
missed way too many games.
Yeah,
There was a lot of games where Pearsall was in and it was just Kittle and
Yeah,
okay.
Pearsall,
Granted, who do you think now that no Niners are on the list? Who do you think their leading receiver was?
Kendrick Bourne.
No,
Kittle.
no.
What?
Is it?
Think.
Is it McCaffrey?
Oh, it's McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey had the most
Nine-
receptions going into like week 10 or
900,
something.
924 receiving
Yeah.
yards as a running
Almost got
back.
there. He was-
Isn't
he
that
was-
insane?
Yeah.
He was the better guess.
He was definitely
Yeah,
good.
no, I can't even believe I thought that because I remember seeing the stat in like week 10 or 11 that he had the most receptions going into it over Puka and JSN.
He's-
To be fair, these names are a bit harder. Let's put it this way: you said 4 names. You said them out loud that are on this list.
Oh.
Okay, so we went over Parker Washington.
No.
Jesus.
No,
I mean,
2 strikes.
probably
Okay.
the only name
Okay,
that
okay,
other than.
I'll start tossing out some hints. Okay.
Well, I mean, I feel like we should just go through like Cortland Sutton.
Yeah,
Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton is on the list.
I
Yes.
just-
let's
say good receivers.
Yeah,
let's
let's
finish off the good receivers.
Right.
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson.
Michael
Yes,
Wilson got
1,006 yards. He had what a phenomenal waiver wire pickup
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, good thing it worked out.
Oh,
Yep.
Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Trey McBride.
Duh,
Yeah.
Trey McBride,
Yeah.
1,239 yards.
Yeah.
What a
Wow,
great
what a
season for
great
him.
tight end
Okay,
season.
that-
That is the only tight end on the list. It's just letting you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts was close though. He got 840.
928.
928. He was
Good,
close.
good call.
Well, when you have 500 in one game.
Let's see. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Against
5,
you.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11, so there's 9
Yeah.
left.
You have. Okay, as for big names, you're only really missing a couple big names in my opinion, like guys who are just phenomenal receivers. I lied.
Didn't we say Devontae Adams?
We did mention him. Yes, we said it out loud.
Not Devontae. There is a
Oh,
Devontae
but-
on the list.
Oh.
Hold on. What was the? I just had it.
There
before you
is a
said that.
Devontae on the list,
Yeah.
just not Adams.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Right.
Devonta Smith.
Smith, he did get
Yeah.
there.
He got there.
Yeah, they put him in the last game because he played
Oh,
that last game
I
until he
didn't
got
know
it.
Does that mean that the other one got it too?
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
AJ Brown.
1,003 for AJ Brown, 1,006 or 1,008 for Devonta Smith.
Wow.
That's gross, right?
They had 2 1,000-yard receivers and just barely got there.
That's gross.
Right.
And,
First, the
and
Cowboys are
Jalen
better
Jalen
than
Hurts
us.
probably threw for 2,800.
Fucking yeah, 18 touchdowns for the Dallas Goddard. He just wouldn't
Okay,
stop
so
running.
now the names get a tiny bit more obscure. Okay, out of those top 5 guys, right? We have
We
Puka,
did mention
JSN, George
Diggs,
Pickens,
too.
Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra. One of
Diggs
those
probably got
have a
there.
teammate on the list. Okay, one of those have a teammate.
Oh,
on the list.
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams.
Yeah,
great
he
job.
got there. Great.
He had 1,000,
Great second
1,117.
Great
Man,
second half
we're
of the
we're
year.
such a good team.
Um,
Okay, you have.
There's two of our teams have 2 players over
Yes, we do.
1,000. One of
Yep.
us done.
I think ours combined had like a couple more yards. Yours combined had 2,506. Ours combined had like 2,518. So we like just
Wow.
got you.
That's
Yo,
cool.
just like Matt or Jared Goff just got Dak in yards. So by 10 or it was literally 10 or 15
Oh yeah.
yards.
Oh,
It's
they're
like
within the
it's-
same. Okay, so
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, very good.
Really?
Yes, he got there. 1,013 yards.
Because you mentioned.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Okay, that's no more of the guys you said it have are on here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got 5 people left.
Okay. Two of these guys are
Oh.
phenomenal receivers in the league, arguably top 10 receivers.
Lad McConkey.
No.
He didn't get there? He had to
No.
be close, right?
No.
Okay, that's
Missed
good
a lot.
news.
No, he's not even.
Phenomenal receiver.
They're just great. They're just guys. They're like, like Jamar Chase esque good. And then yeah,
Did Olave get there?
Olave got there. That's not the guy. Good guess though. Yes.
Who's the one on the Falcons?
Drake London.
Drake London.
Drake London, too many injuries.
Yeah, he missed a lot.
Pitts was their top receiver. Oh, Drake London. Pitts was their top receiver at 929. London was 919. So again, not a bad guess.
He plays one more game. He gets there. Probably.
Okay, hints why. Okay, still a stud receiver you're missing. One guy is a really, really tough pull. Okay. Deep ball merchant, Lou. You'll probably get this more than he might.
Oh, I was gonna
Not Rashid. Good guess though.
guess.
He's one of those guys that like he'll have 3 catches for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. Right. Okay. He's just that kind of like very Rashid Shaheed-esque.
Yeah.
Plays in the AFC. Okay. As for AFC receivers, you have 1, 2, 3 AFC receivers.
Oh. Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers, good. Zay Flowers.
That was the Rashid Shaheed guy?
Nope.
Or that was the stud?
No, but
that's not a stud either. Nope, you're still missing 2 studs. How many are you missing right now? 4 guys?
Yeah,
should
4.
be.
4
guy is AFC. The stud is AFC. The even better stud is NFC. This guy is better than both of my receivers on my team, in my opinion. And that's saying a lot. I think he's better than George
The
Pickens.
deep ball guy is not a good player, right?
He's not a great
Quentin
player.
Johnston.
Not Quentin Johnston. Okay, white boy as well. White deep ball guy, AFC.
Oh, Alec Pierce.
Alec
Pierce.
Pierce. That's a tough pull.
Nice. And Pittman didn't.
Pittman? No, he didn't. No, he got
crazy.
like no love.
That's crazy.
Alec Pierce was their best wide receiver.
Like I said, 3 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like he does that stuff so randomly. So then you're just
two
missing.
left.
You're really just missing 2 studs, AFC, NFC.
Jefferson didn't do it.
Jefferson did do it. There you go. There's your stud. The better than Amon-Ra, arguably. 1,048
Yeah,
yards.
because he needed the last game in order to get there.
And then the last guy is also a stud, AFC side. He's a stud. He just wishes he's got more work. And that's saying a lot because he got 1,117 yards. And he's in the playoffs.
Oh, is it Jacoby Myers?
It's not Jacoby Myers.
Oh,
Good guess, though.
No. It's on an offense that's kind of struggling, that they shouldn't be, with a lot of talent.
Oh, DK?
Not DK.
No, yeah.
They're going against DK this week.
Nico
Collins.
Nico got there?
Oh.
1,117.
I would have never
Yeah.
expected.
No, I would-
See what I mean? Like, there's a couple names that like you just they like Zay Flowers had 1,200 and change yards, and mind you, he had 3 touchdowns. Like you don't hear a lot.
Stephon Diggs had it, and I think Stephon Diggs might have had 5 touchdowns if that. Because I had him in fantasy, and the only way he got points was off of return.
And that's the thing is we think so fantasy wise that like Devontae Adams comes to your mind, guys. You know, T. Higgins comes to your mind.
Touchdowns.
These guys aren't scoring touchdowns. They're just going out and balling every week. Like Zay Flowers, 1,200 yards is a phenomenal season, and he did it. I would have never guessed his name.
No,
ever.
I think it's his personal high. That might be his career best.
It got to be close.
You know. And of
I
course,
love T. Higgins, actually. Yeah,
I do love T. Higgins.
He's so underrated. I love T. Higgins.
T. Higgins is very, very. I wish he was on the Bengals. I wish he
Can
could
you
be. I
believe
wish he
that-
could be a true wide receiver one somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Can you believe the Bengals are keeping everybody?
Yeah, right.
Does that even make any sense?
I think their coach is a moron.
They didn't
They didn't
he's
get rid
the
of
worst.
Taylor either, right?
No,
No,
he's the worst
that's
coach in the
fucking
league, in
crazy.
my opinion.
That's
He's
crazy.
the worst
They get rid of Harbaugh, but they can't get rid of Taylor. Like, come on.
Yeah, if you see Harbaugh get fired, it's everybody should. At this point, it's like
Yeah, right.
we should look at anything. Anything's possible. Okay, so we're gonna do a spin a wheel of 30 teams, and we're gonna have these players choose fantasy players from quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1 defense, 1 kicker.
Yeah, so a standard fantasy football team.
You know, PPR, a cumulative stats throughout the whole season. So
Right.
whoever had the most points at the end of their list throughout the season and at the end wins.
And it's total points for the player, not points per game.
Exactly.
Perfect. All right, now we're gonna start our game. First time playing this. Let's do it.
Here we go again. First team, KT with the first pick in the draft. He gets he's the Carolina Panthers. Actually,
McMillan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good.
it's fine.
Pretty balanced touchdown wise, yards wise. We talked about how you just had 1,000, so that's not a bad pick at all.
Better than the Raiders. Better than the
The
Raiders.
Commanders.
It's our first time playing
And the
this.
Commanders and the Bucks twice. Next.
Oh
there
my
we
God.
go. You asked for it, KT.
Man, we're handing you in.
You asked for
Should
it.
I go CMC or CMC?
Oh,
Man,
oh, yeah,
man.
yeah.
Go
Go
I
back
win.
for it.
I
I think
already got
Niners
the win.
defense.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, next. So
CMC.
we have, oh my goodness, the Saints.
That's
There's a decent pick.
Gotta
but
go Olave.
Olave is.
when you're going against CMC, it's
We turned off reoccurring teams, so every
Yeah.
team is going to be fresh now, which is a little more exciting.
all
Give
right.
me the Lions. Just do it. Just
No,
do
but
it.
you're gonna get the Rams.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
gosh! It's-
Eagles, Niners.
Why do we
Rams,
even
bud.
restart?
Puka. I'm
Oh,
choosing
no.
Puka. It's not very hard.
Yeah, look,
I give me something hard. Give me something to work for here.
Next. Oh no.
Stafford was like
oh
third to
no.
Dude.
You got
Okay,
the
to be fair, you
Bucks.
could probably go Kate Otten.
I gotta go Kate.
Or
At the end of this-
kicker, granted, I'm just
Oh,
trying to help.
McLaughlin wasn't bad.
I'm trying to help here. Their kicker is probably your best option.
McLaughlin wasn't bad. I'll go McLaughlin as kicker.
At the end of this list, you're gonna have every Bucks player.
I
You
know.
can't even.
We're gonna redo it again. I'm gonna get Bucks every time.
Bucks every time.
That's
All
so
right.
funny.
Come on, dude. Are you kidding me?
You got the Bills. You got
I'm
the
gonna
Bills.
go.
Khalil Shakir.
Gabe Davis. Not
Yeah.
good.
You've quarterback open, right? I'm not. Oh, you
Like
you guys you could
James.
choose.
I'm gonna go James.
You
Cook.
could
I
literally
know
flip a
James
coin.
I'm gonna go James Cook because I think the gap for
You
James
blew
Cook
it on
was.
Stafford. Stafford was like the third highest.
Yeah, but
quarterback
Josh
in the
Allen
league.
was one, was he not? I just
He
think that
was.
Josh Allen was
I think
one,
the quarterbacks are like so close together. I prefer the jump there just in case. So I'm gonna go James Cook.
All right. I
Oh,
think
it's
that's
not looking fair. Right
no. It's. I mean, we need a.
Shador Sanders.
You got the Cleveland Browns.
I'm
Honestly,
going Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett. Good call. Good
Oh,
call.
you mean their defense?
No, Miles.
No,
Just
Miles
Miles
Garrett.
Garrett. Just Miles Garrett's points
to
alone.
be fair, that's all the.
He's
him
probably
and,
got, like-
him and Denzel Ward are probably their only defense. So yes, he's going defense. Obviously,
Defense,
the best
yeah.
pick. Honestly, still not making bad
Probably
picks.
the best defense. The New York Giants. Again, hey, you're.
I'm gonna
Slade.
go Wan'Dale Robinson just because we
That's
just
a
talked
good
about him
pick.
as well. He has 1,000.
If drops got you points, Darius Slayton would be way up there. The Broncos. Okay, we got at least something. A little.
So
something.
I can't. Well, I could go Cortland Sutton at flex.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Bo Nix. And who's the running back?
RJ
a
Harvey.
split.
And they kind
No.
of split. It'd be early between Bo Nix and
Yeah,
Sutton.
I gotta go Sutton and flex.
I don't think Bo Nix would have been a bad pick though. Was he
Nah.
top
I-
7?
He's got to be top 10 for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
doesn't
not a
matter.
Bo Nix fan. I don't like
that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't want him on his
Hey,
team.
hey, picks
I
those
want
hard.
him.
We choose players we like.
Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers. At SoFi Stadium.
I mean, I don't think I'm. It really just comes down to if I get the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with Gadsden. He had a pretty good year, and
Okay.
and I'm gonna go
Yeah.
and I'm
It's a south tight end.
actually I lied. I'm sorry. I'm gonna chop that. I'm gonna go their kicker because I think he had a really good year.
Yeah,
he had
Dicker.
Dicker. He had a lot of he
Dicker the kicker.
he
Dicker the
really
man.
didn't miss many at all. So I'm gonna swipe that and go with their
Didn't miss
kicker.
any at all. Talk
Hey.
to McKinnon.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
No.
Hey,
We
and
get
I
the
had- We're
Cowboys.
gonna go Williams.
I like, yeah.
Nice.
Right. Unfortunately, he already used wide receivers for the audience out there.
That stinks. But
You know what?
Devontae
He
Williams
got his
works.
team. He wanted his team.
Dak wouldn't have been bad.
The
actually.
Chiefs.
I can't even switch that. I might have picked Dak in that case, actually.
The Chiefs is a tough one.
I have the defense.
Travis
and
Kelce.
I'm gonna go the defense.
The
just
defense
because-
is the
just
right
for lack
call.
of better choice.
Mhm.
Really,
Good
because
call.
like we go points per game. Rashidi Rice is an immediate pick, and we're not doing that though. We're doing total points, and obviously he's
This is
suspended,
big. This is big. The Miami Dolphins. This is big.
I mean, what's his name? He was hot for a little bit while. 18.
So. Okay,
There
I
it
was gonna say, dude. Oh my God, you made me geek for a second. I go, is he gonna pick someone besides 18?
He goes,
Holy moly!
no wide receivers, no flex, no flex spot left. He goes,
He audibly
Waddle.
says Tua. He goes Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa. All right, you got another team you like, the Green Bay Packers.
I only have quarterback, tight end, and flex left.
Dude.
You're
Oh,
gonna
Josh
get,
Jacobs.
you're gonna get Jacobs. Oh man,
All right, I have
this
to
is
go.
not a fair game.
No,
This is fair. I'm
You
winning.
figure it's rigged.
Winning
Let's
fair and
see.
square. He has quarterback and tight end left.
Texans, probably worst team for quarterback and tight end.
Yep. Sure. Who's the tight end for the.
Dalton Schultz.
Oh, Dalton Schultz used to be a Cowboy all day.
All day, all day,
Sorry, we can go our heart.
all day, all day.
I also have quarterback and tight end left, so
The Bears.
The Bears again.
I'm gonna go Loveland. He had a good year.
Oh, QB battle.
This is over.
Who? Yeah, that's right. I'll
This
write it
is
down. Who
over.
has the quarterback?
The Colts. So you get to
I get
choose.
DJ.
Daniel Jones, arguably the MVP favorite for the first 9 weeks. Just putting
Insane.
that out there.
Good for
Give me
him.
somebody.
Oh my.
I mean, just
We're not even
It's
gonna add
over.
this up. It's
All right.
Evan win.
We
There's
don't
no
even
need
need
to add it up. I got T-Law. Game
He's
over.
walking out. He's
We
tired
want
of
to
it.
appreciate Kenny for coming on the podcast this week. First one left. Can I go to the bathroom? We'll wrap it up right now. He was actually a phenomenal guest. That was a great time. We had a really fun time.
Yeah.
Really good
Thank you,
podcast,
Kenny.
in my opinion. So thank you for coming out.
We had a lot of fun.
It was really good. Yeah, well, he will definitely be back again.
We'll have more guests on.
So we still on.
Yeah, we're gonna have the fantasy champ in our main league.
He'll be on next week.
Next week's episode.
Yep.
And that was a great podcast.
It was a really good podcast. It was a lot of fun. It was
Really
good to get the spirits back up.
Absolutely, and really excited to head into this playoffs, feeling fresh, feeling good. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah. Spend your weekend with the family and watch the playoff games because, man, it's going to be a really fun week.
Yeah, probably just skip Monday night.
Yeah, just watch the weekend. Like I said, watch the weekend. So, yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming out. Kenny, thanks for coming. It was a great time. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.